and more than next topic.
Okay, so basically, I will show you one picture so that probably will get more idea. So you can see my screen, right? You guys see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically,
Yes.
Agile model is nothing but it is a framework and developing the software in bit by bit. That means it's a iterative software methodology. So we are developing any project or product step by step. I mean, we are not developing at one go. Okay, we are developing at some stages. I will show you how we are developing. Let's say this is entire project. This is entire project. In Agile methodology, what we are going to do, you can see my screen, right? Okay. Yeah. So this entire area is the project. So, but we are starting the project by sprint wise. Okay. So we considered some part and we have developed this part and delivered to the client. Okay. Once this is delivered to the client, again we will be starting parallelly sprint 2. What is sprint?
Okay.
What is sprint?
Sprint is nothing but the number of hours we are planning to work on this project.
Okay. What else?
Part of the project.
Sprint is nothing but it is a time frame in which the work has to be completed. That might be a 2 weeks or 4 weeks of sprint, depends on the size of the project and size of the team. ఓకే
Yes.
సో మనం ఒక 2 weeks అనుకున్నాం అనుకో, ఆ 2 weeks లో స్ప్రింట్ 1 కి మనం ఒక 15 స్టోరీస్ అనుకుంటున్నాం. ఆ 15 స్టోరీస్ ఏంటంటే ఫ్లిప్కార్ట్ లో సమ్ హోమ్ పేజ్ లో సమ్ ఫీచర్స్ ఏవో అవి డెవలప్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాం. 1 second. Okay, in sprint 1, basically we are planning to develop all top offers and grocery related stories. If you click on the top offers, there are many sub features or sub functionalities. So everything we need to complete in sprint 1. Okay, then the sprint 1B, once testing is completed, then we are delivering it to production. So once this is completed in 2 weeks, then we are moving to sprint 2. Sprint 2, we are planning to cover groceries and mobile section. So who will be preparing stories and maintaining in the backlog and prioritizing the backlog items? Which role is prioritizing and maintaining the backlog, product backlog?
User requirement.
No. I am asking, the question is, one role is there. That role is understanding the requirements and writing the stories and prioritizing the backlog items and maintaining all the product backlog items. Which role is performing all these activities?
Product backlog.
Product owner.
Correct.
Product
Product
backlog.
owner. Okay, try to understand who is product owner, who is product scrum master, what is scrum team. Product master is the responsible to prioritize the product backlog. So product owner will write all the stories and maintaining in the product backlog for sprint 1 or sprint 2. He product owner is the responsible to move the relevant stories to sprint 1 or sprint 2 or sprint 3. Okay, he prioritizes the backlogs. Okay. Similarly, sprint 3. Similarly, sprint 4. So anybody have any question? Ila any sprints ఉండొచ్చు అని మీకు క్వశ్చన్ ఉంటుంది. మాక్సిమం 12 sprints ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటామంటే దీన్ని లెట్స్ సే, సో మరి ఈ 12 sprints లో మొత్తం అన్ని ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ కవర్ అవ్వవు కదా అని ఒక క్వశ్చన్ కూడా మీకు ఉండొచ్చు, రైట్? సో దీన్ని ఏమంటామంటే ఫ్లిప్కార్ట్ ఫేజ్ 1. ఈ 12 sprints కంప్లీట్ అయితే ఫేజ్ 1. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఫ్లిప్కార్ట్ ఫేజ్ 2, మళ్ళీ స్ప్రింట్ 1, 2, 3 ఏదైతే పెండింగ్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ డెవలప్ చేయాలో, మైట్ బి మనం ఈ బ్యూటీ అండ్ టాయ్స్ అండ్ మోర్ లో ఇవి కవర్ చేయాలనుకోండి, ఇవన్నీ ఫేజ్ 2 లో చేద్దాం. ఇవన్నీ ఇప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ అవ్వలేవు ఫేజ్ 1 లో. సో ఈ విధంగా ప్రాజెక్ట్ అన్నది డెవలప్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఓకే, సో Agile is nothing but it's an iterative approach. It is a step-by-step model where features can be tested, implemented, and deployed to production. Okay, the smaller iterations, small chunks, small modules. Then slowly we will be developing and building a complete product. So now it is clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So we discussed
Thank you.
about yeah, fine. So we discussed about principles of Agile. So please read and try to understand the terminology. And the most framework is Scrum framework. What is Scrum and what are the roles involved in the Scrums? The roles are like, just now we discussed product owner, Scrum master, and development team. And what kind of artifacts? Artifacts are nothing but documents, something related to the requirements. So those are product backlog, sprint backlog, and product increment. And apart from that, there are kind of ceremonies all team members should attend every day. Everyone should attend and they should share their views. What is the progress of the project? What are the blockers or hurdles they wanted to discuss and close that issue? Who is responsible to close blockers? Who is the facilitator in Agile methodology? Who will be scheduling meetings and who will be the facilitator and who will be solving or resolving any hurdles or blockers?
Scrum
Scrum
Master.
Master.
Exactly. Okay, so you should try to understand those roles. Okay, and after that you understand what is sprint backlog and product backlog, and what is sprint, and what are the ceremonies as part of Agile product. And I told you to prepare some what are the advantages of this Agile and disadvantages. Parallelly I will share those points also, but just do just do exercise from your end. Okay, today we are going to cover the most important topic: software testing levels or stages of testing. This is direct interview question. So in most of the interviews they will ask this question: what are the levels of testing? What are the stages of testing? Both are same. Okay, so basically interview point of view or knowledge point of view, you could say only four are enough. That is
Unit testing.
unit testing. Yes, next.
Integration testing. Integration testing.
Integration testing.
System testing.
Software user acceptance testing. UAT.
Yes, user acceptance.
Documentation testing.
Yeah, you guys should say these four, but before that I will say, before unit testing, document testing also in one.
Document
But
testing. Okay.
yeah, but no need to tell this. Just I am saying you to understand, because these are the stages. One after one will pass, and finally the code will be deployed to UAT. Okay, so what is document testing? Any idea what is document testing? So this is our day 6. So I hope you all thoroughly read and go through all the first day file sessions. So I will ask few questions from our previous sessions. So be ready and just try to cooperate. What is document testing? Basically, document testing in SDLC, in waterfall or V model or agile model, first testing we call it as a document testing or verification testing or static testing. Okay. In the agile methodology, you aware that product owner will understand the requirements and he will be preparing test stories, and those will be maintained in product backlog. Is it right?
Yes, yes.
In waterfall model, who will be collecting the data? In waterfall model, who will be gathering all the requirements?
Business analyst.
Exactly. Business analyst
Business.
will gather the required documentation. We call it as a required documentation. Okay. So in Agile, product owner is responsible for prepare all user stories. All user stories, and we call it as a product backlog. Okay. And during this phase, they're conducting some kind of case study and review some documents by using some testing techniques. Okay, they're using some some techniques. Those are walkthroughs, inspection, peer reviews. So I think you heard these 3 terms in our earlier session, right?
Yes, sir.
Anybody have any idea what are these techniques and which under which technique it comes under?
Verification under walkthroughs, reviews, and inspections. These all three comes under verification. At the static technique.
Correct. This is a static technique and it comes under verification.
Verification process.
Yeah, straight away interview question. 100% they will ask what is verification and validation. Verification is nothing but a document testing where we will be validating all the documents and understanding the documents and going through some walkthroughs, inspections, and peer reviews. That we call it as a document testing or validation or static testing. Okay. The other name of document testing or verification is nothing but a static testing. Very, very important. Okay. In document testing, conduct some case studies is nothing but understanding and review the documentation by using techniques like walkthroughs, walkthroughs. Walkthrough is nothing but inspection and peer review. What is walkthrough? Walkthrough is nothing but
on the time.
What? Study the document from first to last is nothing but walkthrough. Can you just walk through this document అంటే నువ్వు ఫస్ట్ నుంచి లాస్ట్ వరకు చదవాలి అంటే ఓకే 20 pages ఉన్నాయనుకో you should understand the first 20 pages. Try to read out. Okay, study the document from first to last. We call it as a walkthrough. What is inspection? What is inspection? Search a document for specific factor and something we need to understand more. So we wanted to search for that particular document to understand the product more better. Okay, that we call it as an inspection. Okay, what is peer review? What is peer review?
Equal review.
Peer review is nothing but it's not, here we are not implementing any code. This is the first level of testing. Initially, just this entire testing will be performed against the documents. Here, studying the document, searching for the document, and here is nothing but compare. Peer review is nothing but compare two similar as point to point. Comparison of documentation. Okay, compare two similar documentation as point to point depending on the time. That is, we call it as a peer review. Okay, so but if they ask what is the testing levels or stages of testing, just say these four. If you say document testing is also fine, but try to understand this terminology. Okay, yeah, so this is about document testing. The next testing is, what is our next one? Unit testing. What is unit testing?
Model, whatever the code are developed on that particular page, we have to test on that particular page. That is called unit.
Can you repeat what is unit testing?
When the program or code is developed,
Okay.
on that particular time bound itself, we are going to test the code.
Okay, correct. But you know, the word itself clearly specifies unit. Unit is nothing but a small component or small unit, okay, or small part. Okay, so unit testing is nothing but, I will give you one example here. This is a Flipkart application. So we have like around 8. So Anil is developed top offers. Manikanta developed groceries. Chalam developed mobiles. Tej developed some fashion, and Prasanna developed some home, and Shiva developed appliances, and Veeragula developed travels. Okay, they developed all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 modules, 8 or 9 modules. Okay, they developed. So these all are individual components, nowhere connected with each one. These all are independent. Okay, now we have to test each component individually. టాప్ ఆఫర్స్ లో టెస్ట్ చేయాలి తప్ప మనం దీంట్లో పప్పులు ఉప్పులు చూడాలి. ఓన్లీ ఆఫర్స్ డిస్కౌంట్స్ చూస్తాం. గ్రాసరీలో ఐ మీన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఫర్ డైలీ నీడ్స్, డైలీ ఎసెన్షియల్స్, that we can see it here, but not mobiles or fashion or electronics or home appliances. Under mobile, so these all are different units. So this is nothing but individual units or components of a software or application or software are tested. Okay, that is unit testing. Unit testing is nothing but to test the individual components of an application is called unit testing. That's it. Okay, and the main purpose is to validate. Unit testing is whether the particular component of the application or software, whatever it may be, our requirement, our future, our story is working as per the design or not. Okay, the purpose is to validate unit or component or some part of the application working as per requirement or not. ఓకే, అది ఏదైతే యూనిట్ ఉందో అది యాజ్ పర్ అప్లికేషన్ వర్క్ అవుతుందా లేదా అన్నది. ఓకే, వాట్ ఎల్స్? Requirement. What are the other names? User story, What is the other names for users, requirement? Enhancement, future, user story or story. Okay, these all are similar names in software testing terminology. Okay, try to understand. The next third one, unit testing can be done manually or by using automation tool also. Okay, we will be developing automation suite in order to perform unit testing also. So who will be conducting unit testing? Any idea?
The developer or programmer.
Developer will conducting the unit testing.
Yeah. So unit testing can be done by developers. What else? So there are n number of tools so the development team can utilize to perform the unit testing. Okay, there are n number of tools are available in the market. Those are testing related tools. Okay, JUnit, TestNG. So these tools are open source tool, and developers will utilize those tools to perform their unit testing. Okay, this is about unit testing. Any questions on this topic?
What is the major tool is using the number of companies for the unit testing?
That depends on their budget, depends on their requirement. Mostly right now they are using JUnit.
Okay. In interviews, if anyone asks what is the best tool to use the unit testing,
Basically that is none of
so we
your
can call as JUnit.
that question should be answered by developer, not the tester, because you are not sure which tool they are going to use. You can see the code once
Okay.
it's deployed into QA instance.
Okay.
This unit testing usually done by developers.
Okay.
Next, integration testing. Yeah, please ask questions. I always welcome. Thank you. Integration testing. For everyone, please, basically, if you keep calm, so you should not get any ideas, and there might be a chance to, forget the terminology. In QA, in my first class itself, I clearly informed that the first and primary characteristic of any tester is interactive, dynamic, and communicate. So if you don't build these skill set, then very difficult to survive in software testing industry, because every day we are approaching stakeholders who are sitting in on-site. They are from USA or they are from different countries, Australia or Canada or whatever it may be. And parallelly, you have to every day approach business analysts, scrum masters, or product owners or developers. So you should be very proactive in terms of asking anything, whether it is a right or wrong, whether it is a simple or complex, or whether it is a small or large. Irrespective of any factor, you should raise your concern clearly to the respective person. Just come up with more questions. Okay, then you will register the topics very clearly or precisely. What is integration testing? The meaning itself clearly says.
The number of unit tests are individual units are combined.
Yeah, correct. Exactly. So we are just concatenating or combined all individual units or components are combined together and tested as a group is called integration testing. If someone asks, just give this definition, that's all, not more than that. I'm just giving other data to understand this concept more clearly. Okay, so just now we discussed, so you people are developed these these kind of modules separately, but your job is to integrate all these modules into Flipkart, so that everybody can view all the modules together. Okay, so integration testing is nothing but all individual units, whatever the units we developed here, those will be just integrated or combined together or integrated and tested as a group is called integration testing. Okay, what else? Basically, the main reason for purpose of this integration testing is to, we will get some faults or some issues during the interaction or integrating between the units. Okay, we basically some challan is unable to commit the groceries code, but he said that I implemented grocery, and someone is implemented more. So during you all integrated, and when I'm trying to push the code to QA instance, might be groceries is the QA unable to see the grocery module due to he missed out to commit the code in during the integration during the integration testing. So to eradicate those kind of issues, so we should be perform the integration testing in order to identify the faults or issues in integrated units. Okay, and also there might be some process like the grocery output is input to the mobiles, might be the mobile input is the output to the fashions. Let's say I just wanted to book a one mobile and one t-shirt from fashions, so these two are different modules, right? So during my checkout, I'm picking one item from mobiles module and one item from fashion module. So if these two modules are combined or integrated perfectly, then only the user can see the actual product along with the amount in checkout page. If you forgot to integrate or commit this code, then it is an issue. Okay, so that is why the purpose is to find the faults in the interaction between the integrated units. Okay, purpose of this expose okay, so basically developers will use some tools to integrate these code. Okay, they will not integrate manually. So there are some tools available in market. Those tools automatically integrate the code, like fitness, protractor, Tessie, Jasmine. These are different kind of tools. So this is also usually done by developers. Okay. Next, what is our next topic? System testing.
System testing.
Okay, this is our area. Tell me, what is system testing?
The complete product or applications testing is nothing but system testing.
Yeah, so we will be performing system testing on a complete and developed application. అంటే ఇప్పుడు యూనిట్ వీళ్ళంతా డిఫరెంట్ యూనిట్ చేశారు ఫస్ట్, తర్వాత ఏం చేశారు, ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేశారు. ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసి క్యూఏ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు మనం టెస్ట్ చేయాలి. అంటే మనం ఏ అప్లికేషన్ టెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం, కంప్లీట్ అయిందని టెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఓకే, సో సిస్టమ్ టెస్టింగ్ ఈజ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్, వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, perform system testing on complete and integrated product or application, software, whatever it may be. Okay, next, the purpose of system testing is what is the purpose?
To identify the bugs or errors.
Yeah, Okay, all functionalities should work as per software requirements. Okay, that is system testing. What? So in this system testing, testers conduct some black box test design techniques. Okay, అవి ఏంటన్నా మనం నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్స్ లో చూసుకుందాం. ఓకే, వాట్ ఈస్ బ్లాక్ బాక్స్ టెస్టింగ్? ఓకే, ఈ సిస్టమ్ టెస్టింగ్ మనం పెర్ఫామ్ చేసినప్పుడు కూడా మనం కొన్ని టూల్స్ యూజ్ చేసి కూడా చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, ఆటోమేషన్ టెస్టింగ్ చేయొచ్చు, పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ టెస్టింగ్ కూడా చేయొచ్చు. అలాగే వెబ్ సర్వీసెస్ టెస్టింగ్ అని, మొబైల్ టెస్టింగ్ అని అవన్నీ చేసి కూడా సిస్టమ్ టెస్టింగ్ అన్నది పెర్ఫామ్ చేయొచ్చు. బట్ ఇఫ్ ఎనీబడి ఆస్క్ యూ, జస్ట్ సిస్టమ్ టెస్టింగ్ విల్ బి కండక్టెడ్ అండ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ ప్రోడక్ట్ by applying some software test design technique like black box. That's it. Okay, but I will tell you what all the automation testing tools available in market. Popular testing tools available in market. Okay, so automation tools market lo emem available gunna evaraina cheppagalaరా? What are the automation tools? ఆటోమేషన్ అంటేనే తెలియదండి, ఆటోమేషన్ టూల్స్ అని అడుగుతున్నారు ఏంటంటారా?
Selenium, UFT,
Selenium, UFT,
Zero,
RFT, etc. Okay, just for understanding, try to just get an idea. Okay, we will discuss automation and the other topics later, but this is out of our scope. But try to understand, in interview point of view, they will ask, do you know automation? You say no. So if someone asks you what tools you know automation, Selenium, UFT and RFT is the automation tools. Automation is nothing but we are executing the functionalities, or we are testing the functionalities with the help of tool. విత్ ది హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ టూల్ అంటే మనం మాన్యువల్ గా చేయని అవసరం లేదు. ఇక్కడ సిస్టమ్ టెస్టింగ్ లో మనం అన్ని మాన్యువల్ గా చేయాలి. అంటే ఎలాగా, ఇది క్లిక్ చేసి పేజ్ వస్తుందా లేదా, గ్రాసరీ క్లిక్ చేస్తుందా నెక్స్ట్ పేజ్ వస్తుందా లేదా, మొబైల్ క్లిక్ చేస్తుందా ఏమన్నా మొబైల్ కనపడుతుందా లేదా అని అన్ని మనం అన్ని మాన్యువల్ గా చేయాలి. బట్ మూవింగ్ టు ద ఆటోమేషన్ టూల్, నో నీడ్ టు డూ మాన్యువల్లీ. సో ఆటోమేషన్ టూల్ విల్ బి టేకింగ్ కేర్ ఆఫ్. అంటే అది చేసుకుంటారంటే అది చేసుకునే తగ్గ కోడ్ మనం రాయాలి. వి షుడ్ రైట్ ద రిలవెంట్ కోడ్ సో దట్ the tool will direct and execute the application. This is the automation tools. What are the performance tools available in market? Performance tools ante last time we discussed in IRCTC, if the load is more, then there might be chances to crash the application, or we will get server is busy, or your amount got deducted but your ticket is not booked. So you will face some performance related issues. So for handling such kind of issues, there are some tools available in market. This is also comes under testing portion. Performance tools, those tools are load runner and JMeter. Okay, and web services testing. See, these all are testing only. So after completion of your manual testing, if you wanted to upgrade your skill set to automation tools, should learn any one tool among this. If you wanted to upgrade your skill set to performance tool, you learn any one among this. Even web services testing, this is also one of the major popular course in market right now. Postman and SOAP UI, these are the web services testing tools. Next, mobile testing tools, Appium. Okay, I'm just said to understand which tools are available in market, but just keep it away. Okay, yeah. So our next topic is user acceptance testing.
User acceptance testing.
Yeah, what is user acceptance